News Live at 6, how one student is combining his creativity with SU's resources.
Plus, a local reading club is empowering the community and bringing people together through theater.
And
You know what? You want to do like a shoe drive, and that's the way we start. Very simple. I think so. God descended to me and said, "You got to do some nice for people," and that's what happened.
And the shoe repairman in downtown Syracuse is giving back to the community one shoe at a time. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Welcome into News Live at 6, everyone. I'm Max Williams.
And I'm Jake Morel. Thanks for joining us tonight.
According to the Sexual and Relationship Violence Report by the Chancellor's Task Force, sexual assault reports have went down by about 2.5% since 2022. A little less than 8% of students reported experiencing non-consensual sexual contact at SU this year. However, the survey states that only 1 in every 6 respondents who experienced sexual assault filed a report, leaving the true number of cases unknown. For further information about the survey, you can contact the Institutional Research Center or visit the site displayed on your screen.
And staying on campus here, resident advisor applications open in just a few weeks. Student living staff is holding RA information sessions throughout the week for those interested in applying. Staff will review overall expectations and benefits of the RA role and provide the opportunity for interested students to ask questions. 2 meetings have already been held, with one taking place each day for the rest of the week.
The Makerspace here at SU has been around for 13 years now, giving students the ability to make designs, 3D print objects, and even practice music. But it's something many students may not know about. Citrus TV's Jackson Breslin sees how one Syracuse student is making the most of the resource.
If you ask Jacob Kaplan about himself, he'll probably tell you about his love of music. But that's just the tip of the iceberg for the SU freshman.
As long as I can remember, I've been messing with things.
For years, Kaplan has been a tinkerer. Over the summer, he made what he says is his best creation yet.
I recently turned those little Razor kids bikes, and I basically completely stripped it. And now it goes from 12 miles an hour to I think I was pushing 65 miles an hour. My mom was like, God no, and my dad was like, freaking awesome.
Now at SU, Kaplan spends most of his time here in the Makerspace. From a wallet that tracks itself to a water bottle that has everything you need for a gym session, Kaplan is always creating things to make life a little bit easier, though he says he doesn't do it for a potential payout.
I kind of just love building for myself, and I love when people are like, oh my God, where did you get that? I'm like, you don't. Where do you get that? You can't. You can't have it. It's mine. I built it.
John Mangiacchiro founded the Makerspace 13 years ago. He says it's a resource more students should take advantage of.
A lot of people don't know about us. Seniors will come up to me and they're mad and say, I didn't know about this place. I could have done this for the last 4 years.
Both Mangiacchiro and Kaplan say the Makerspace supports creativity on campus and allows students to make mistakes.
Come in the door with an idea.
You'll never get something on the first try.
Kaplan says he'll keep tinkering away, while Mangiacchiro is happy to provide him with the resources to succeed. Reporting in Syracuse, Jackson Breslin, Citrus TV News.
Jackson, great stuff. Could use some of those inventions myself, Max.
I know.
Well, moving on. Lights on the Lake is making its way back to Central New York this evening. The 2-mile-long drive-thru displays over 600,000 lights now through mid-January. Over 40,000 vehicles drive through the show every season. Vehicle passes must be purchased in advance and are sold by the day. I am definitely going to attend that, Max.
Yeah.
I love Lights on the Lake.
I know, it's so much fun. I went last year, and it's just so cool. All the lights that they put up, just so much goes into it.
It's beautiful. It gets me in the Christmas
awesome.
cheer, and I cannot talk about Lights on the Lake on this great show live at 6 without giving a shout out to my good friend Maddie Stelk, who did that very legendary live shot from Lights on the Lake just a few years ago. You should go ahead and look it up if you can. Great stuff from Maddie. But moving now to our first local weather, Isabella Galan is here in studio. Isabella, we know we've got the Lights on the Lake holidays coming up. Is it going to feel like holiday weather?
Yeah, guys, it's definitely starting to feel a little bit chillier. Right now, we're sitting at 48 degrees with some clouds. Nothing too bad. I was outside just a little bit earlier, and it was absolutely a beautiful sunset, and those clouds were starting to clear up just a little bit, but not really going away completely, because if we look to tonight, we're still going to have some clouds in the sky being at 45 degrees. So if you are planning on going to Lights on the Lake, definitely bundle up. It's starting to feel a little bit colder, definitely some more winds, so bundle up for sure. And looking around the region, even though it is starting to get a little bit colder at night, today during the day, most of the temperatures were pretty warm, I would say. 62 degrees in Elmira, that's pretty warm for November. I mean, looking at the other temperatures around the region, Syracuse was kind of sitting in the middle at about 57 degrees, and then the lowest was 54 degrees. So not too bad during the day, but definitely can expect it to get colder, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that a little bit later on in the show. Guys?
Isabella, thank you. State buildings are flying flags at half-staff today to honor the life of 18-year-old Daryl Vasquez. The Ramapo High School student and Parks and Recreation aide died helping fight the Jennings Creek fires last week. Vasquez was reportedly planning to attend SUNY Buffalo next year and work for the New York State Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation Department at the time of his passing.
Mayor Ben Walsh's administration is looking to trade an Eastwood apartment building for a new children's center and YMCA. This transaction proposal is gaining criticism for being unorthodox, and lawmakers are unsure if it will be an equal trade. Council members are hesitant to approve this trade and are now faced with a deadline, as the state expects to close on financing for the project by the end of this year.
And keeping it here in the city, the Syracuse Police Department is launching a drone first response program in 2025 after being approved by the Common Council. The drone will give real-time data to officers who are not on the scene, making it safer and more efficient to respond to calls. Chief Joseph Cecil says, quote, "It fits very nicely into the mayor's vision of a smart city, and it will provide a tactical advantage for the department."
And a local club is empowering community members to use their voices and connect through theater. Our Olivia Rodriguez took center stage with the Liverpool Play Reading Club.
Well, I don't see anyone around at the moment, do you?
No, I suppose I don't.
Amongst the laughter and stacks of books, the Liverpool Play Reading Club can be summed up pretty easily.
It's really meant to be a really fun open space where no one has to be intimidated and you can try things.
When the lights go down on this local bookshop, the curtain rises for the Liverpool Play Reading Club. The club hosts monthly play readings for anyone to participate in. But what's important for organizer Aaron Fabrizio has always been the community.
That's a big part of what we do here, is that everyone is welcome. You can play any part you want. We really want it to feel like a very homey, safe space.
And a safe space is exactly what it is. From snacks to decorations, fostering confidence and a love of theater is what this organization does best.
It's a third space. I don't come here with the expectation of like buying anything or doing anything other than just like having fun.
But outside of this Golden Bee bookshop, the Liverpool Play Reading Club provides so much more than sweets and reading. It's one of the area's rare third spaces, a space where people can connect, build community, and have fun outside of work and home. And for some attendees, that's the club's true gift.
I was in a county penitentiary.
This is Luke Birch's first time at Liverpool, but he's already embracing all the club has to offer.
The Yugoslavian Police Department? Oh, no. Looking forward to making some friends outside those walls. Have fun reading and enjoy the arts, because there were only a couple books in there.
Because for all their differences, the Liverpool Play Reading Club welcomes everyone to turn the page and begin a new chapter. Olivia Rodriguez, CitrusTV News.
Olivia, thank you. A cool story there. All right, the Department of Transportation has been installing new sound barriers along I-81. You may have seen them if you've been traveling on it. The barriers will provide visibility and improve safety to the Bear Trap Creek Trail.
Take a look at the live cam there. The DOT is still determining the cost-effective plan to keep barriers clean, but wants to see how they'll last. Sorry, reading is hard. How those barriers will last after one winter in central New York, of course, with all the salt, maybe some potential graffiti.
Yeah.
Might be hard to keep clean, Max.
Yes. Yeah. Looks like the traffic's picking up there too a little bit. But all right, a popular New York convenience store will now no longer accept tap-to-pay services. Stewart Shops have stopped the service after multiple reports of fraud. Officials at Stewart Shops say these incidents did not breach customer information. No date has been given for when the tap-to-pay service will return.
And a longtime shoe repairman in downtown Syracuse has been giving back to the community for years. As he grows older, the owner says he might need to close his shop soon. Our Max Williams has the heartwarming story.
Close it. 3 hours every week. Chairs crashing. Wheels grinding. Sounds that are new to Rochester native Jamie Goliamo, who joined this local wheelchair rugby group just 10 months ago, and he's still figuring things out.
You're always driving with your shoulders, so by the end of the day, those are in pain. 9, 10.
I think he's got a lot of potential.
He's been doing awesome. He's getting better and better every single time he comes.
He's just a great guy, and we continue to get to know him better each practice.
Practicing with this team has been everything to Jamie since the very moment he rolled out onto this court.
Only missed 1 week so far.
Doing what he loved the most, Jamie was an avid skier. And when you're on the slopes like this one here, it's common to take a fall every so often. But this one was different.
I couldn't move my legs at all, and I felt like they were like floating up in the air above me. Couldn't move my fingers.
It was Jamie's last run for the day as the sun was quickly fading.
If you stayed out, later and ski patrol wasn't there, what would you do?
Would have got hypothermic or maybe died out there.
Jamie was rushed to the hospital where he spent 9 hours in surgery, his parents right there by his side, just thankful he was alive.
We still have him. It didn't matter. What makes Jamie Jamie is still there.
Jamie spent 6 weeks in a recovery facility before his family welcomed him in with open arms. But it hasn't been easy for anyone in this home.
Before, I really liked being independent and kind of having that ability to do what I want whenever.
It's not hard on me. I'm his mom. I think it's hard on him to be dependent.
And just like that, months after Jamie became paralyzed, it was time to play in his first tournament. His parents watching proudly.
There's been so many times over the past few months where it's just like, I look at how Jamie is, and it's inspiring.
It's definitely good to be able to get together with a group of people that are more or less in the same situation. Drain the bag, fill the bottle, and we're good to go.
A situation that has changed Jamie's life, but his family is still holding on to hope.
I'm still holding out. He will walk again.
Whether on wheels or back on his feet.
From the moments we saw him in the hospital, he was worried about work, he was worried about other people.
Jamie will always be Jamie. Reporting in Rochester.
1, 2, 3, record!
I'm Max Williams.
Max, such a powerful story. Thank you. Well, coming up on News Live at 6, more details on who Trump named his chairman for the FCC.
And Biden authorized Ukraine to use American-supplied longer-range weapons. What this could mean for the conflict with Ukraine and Russia. After the break, stay with us.
They took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
You're watching Citrus TV News live at 6 with Jake Morel, Max Williams, and Isabella Galan. Now, your campus news leader continues.
Welcome back, everyone. Donald Trump named Brendan Carr as the chairman of the FCC. Carr is currently working as the senior Republican on the commission and has previously served as the FCC's general counsel.
He has been confirmed by the Senate 3 times in the past and was nominated by both Trump and Biden to the commission. The FCC is an independent agency that is overseen by Congress. However, Trump is suggesting to bring it under tighter control in the White House.
And Trump's nominee for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has expressed his views on women serving in military combat roles, saying that they shouldn't. Hegseth believes that men and women should not serve together in combat units, and if he's confirmed by the Senate, he may end the Pentagon's decade-old practice of making all combat jobs open to women.
And to see how many women could be affected by this, here's a look at how many women are currently in those military roles as of 2024. In the Army, serving infantry, armor, and artillery jobs combined, almost 5,000 women and are actively working in the Marines. 410 women have enlisted in special operations, and around 270 in special operations, These numbers have been increasing since 2018.
And many Arab Americans and Muslim are having mixed reactions to Donald Trump's administration after he had won several of the nation's largest Arab majority cities. The 2 Trump advisors who have led outreach to Arab Americans have not secured positions in the upcoming administration yet, and many people who voted for Trump hopes he will keep his promise of achieving an end to the conflicts in the Middle East. President Joe Biden has authorized for Ukraine to use longer-range U.S. missiles in their fight against Russia. The missiles will allow Ukraine to conduct strikes into Russian territory, a request Ukrainian leaders have lobbied for.
U.S. officials previously opposed the move to avoid increased conflict with Russia. The decision comes as Biden's presidency comes to an end, and North Korea's choice to send troops to aid Russian forces moves on. Ukraine has to wait for the rules of use before carrying out these strikes.
And when we come back, I will have your wake-up weather. Stay with us.
Dad?
Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back into News Live at 6. Looking ahead to this week. I know we said we had some chillier temperatures right now, But looking to tomorrow, it's going to be pretty warm. We're going to see 53 degrees, which is warm for November, at least for me. And we're going to have some partly cloudy skies, so that sun will still be there, making it feel slightly a little bit warmer, but won't last for the rest of the week. Wednesday, we're going to start to see more clouds picking up, 57 degrees as the high and 39 as the low, before getting into the rest of the week filled with lots of rain. Temperatures are going to be staying in those 40s, lows in the high 30s, but again, picking up some rain Thursday and Friday before leveling out a little bit just to some showers throughout the day. And now looking to the rest of the week, I know I'm very excited for Thanksgiving. I know I'm probably getting a little bit ahead of myself, but a lot of people have been doing Friendsgiving, so that's a good enough excuse for me to be able to talk about some of my favorite Thanksgiving foods, as well as some of other people's favorite foods. And the turkey is rated the highest favorite food for Thanksgiving, which I was a little shocked by, not gonna lie. 32% of people say that they look forward to turkey the most. Then the second after that is stuffing, with 19% people looking forward to that. And then mashed potatoes and ham sitting at 6 and 5%. But I'm from an Italian family, so I cannot wait to travel back home and have some ravioli and meatballs, because that's my favorite Thanksgiving meal. But there's gonna be a lot of traveling for this Thanksgiving break, so what is up in traveling back home?
Isabella, before we get to those planes, trains, and automobiles, I want to talk about that food. I'm looking forward to going back and having some corn pudding. See, I'm from a Midwestern family. That's what we do out there, and I just cannot wait for that. Well, speaking of those planes, trains, and automobiles, AAA expects nearly 80 million Americans will be traveling more than 50 miles over the Thanksgiving holiday. This is the first year AAA is including the Tuesday before and the Monday after Thanksgiving in its forecast to better capture the flow of holiday travelers. AAA's prediction shows an increase of roughly 1.7 million people compared to last year's travelers, adding a couple from those days, Max.
All right, well, from the roads to the skies, Spirit Airlines is filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy this morning after struggling with losses, growing debt, and a failing merger with JetBlue. The company said in a stock market statement that it secured a prearranged deal with the bondholders that includes $300 million that will allow the company to end its bankruptcy in the first quarter of 2025.
Organic and baby carrots sold at grocery stores across the country are being recalled after a possible outbreak of E. coli. Grimway Farms issued the recall on Saturday after nearly 40 cases were reported across 18 states. At least 15 people have been hospitalized and one person has died due to the outbreak, according to the CDC.
When we come back, we're talking about the game that NFL fans have been waiting for all year. Chiefs, Bills, it played out in Western New York yesterday afternoon. Find out what happened on the other side.
Welcome to my house. Lately, not my happy place. Everybody's pretty tired of each other. The parents were not themselves. My little brothers were morphing into small creatures. The walls were closing in. Clearly a case of too much family, too close, 24/7. And there's a lot of that going around right now. If this sounds like your house, try going someplace new. YourLifeYourVoice.org. You'll find lots of ideas to help you handle the family stresses of being confined to close quarters. YourLifeYourVoice.org. It might not get you out of the house, but it could help you find a little more breathing room.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Bills, Chiefs, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. You know the drill. Welcome into sports. I'm Ian Nicholas. Buffalo came into yesterday's game 8-2 against the two-time defending champs, the Kansas City Chiefs, who were undefeated, the only undefeated team left in football. And remember, this is the same Kansas City team that ended Buffalo's season a year ago in Orchard Park with a chance to go to the Super Bowl. So, need I say more? Let's see how it played out between Andy Reid and Sean McDermott's teams in Highmark Stadium. We'll start in the first quarter. James Cook gets the edge, gets into the end zone. Bills take the lead. They miss the extra point. They lead 6-0. Not for long. Start of the second, and Xavier Worthy races towards the pylon. Chiefs take the lead 7-6. Josh Allen and company, they get the response minutes later. James Cook lowers the shoulder, rumbles into the end zone, throws it all the way in the row E. Bills take the lead. Chiefs respond. Travis Kelce? No, it's Noah Gray with the touchdown. Bills do take the lead before half, and then off his back foot early in the fourth quarter, a stumbling Curtis Samuel gets that pass from Josh Allen and scores. Chiefs down multiple scores in the late stages. Mahomes with some magic. He finds Gray, but it doesn't matter. Josh Allen on a 4th and 2 ran over 20 yards into the end zone, and Sean McDermott's Buffalo team wins. Earlier in the day, the Jets were down at MetLife Stadium and playing the Colts. Jets pretty much have to be near perfect the end of the season to sneak into the playoffs, already with 7 losses. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown toss early in the fourth quarter. Anthony Richardson back off the bench for Indianapolis. He makes it close in the late stages, but a field goal on 4th down, a chip shot for Anders Carlson, gives the Jets a 5-point lead that Anthony Richardson evaporates on a 70-yard drive with seconds to go. He rumbles into the end zone. Aaron Rodgers, you gave him the ball with a minute left. He should make some magic happen, right? Not this season. He gets sacked. The 20-year veteran and his Jets drop to 3-8 on the season. No team with 8 losses at this point in the year has ever made it to the postseason. If you thought things were better with the Giants, not so much. Tommy DeVito is starting under center for New York. You notice Tommy Cutlets, of course, for my Paisans out there. But Daniel Jones, no longer the starting quarterback for the Giants after he was drafted 6th overall in 2019. His career pretty much over. He's been demoted to the number 3 spot behind Drew Lock and now Tommy DeVito. Guys, back to you over at the desk.
Ian, thank you so much. Well, Bella, we'll have your wake-up weather when we come back.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
We're just dying to know what the weather is going to be like when you wake up tomorrow morning to go on your hot girl walk. It's going to be very, very cold. You're going to have to bundle up. It's going to be 36 degrees, but that sun will be rising at 7:02.
That's chilly. Hey, Ian, good thing we've got a dome. It might be chilly on Saturday for us.
Oh, I got you. Well, that UConn team's pretty cold, so it's already going to be pretty icy in there. I know he's a Connecticut native, of course.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that's Citrus TV News Live at 6 for this Monday.
Don't forget, you can follow us on X and Instagram at Citrus TV News. Now, for the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Jake Morel.
And I'm Max Williams. Have a great night, Syracuse.